Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Erin's Beauty Minute. I'm Erin. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Today is just going to be like a story time video, but I'm also going to be doing, I'm not going to be doing a review necessarily. I'm just going to be using a collection that I got from ColourPop. It's the Nectar palette that they did back in spring. I never reviewed it, but if you guys would like me to review it, I can do that in another video. So, yeah, it's just going to be like a story time video, and, you know, I'll list all of the products that I use below in the description box, because I do kind of want this to be like a story time video sort of thing. You're not going to see me prime my face. You will see me prime my eyelids, though. I ran out of primer. So actually what I've been doing is using the Daily Hydration Moisturizer from e.l.f. after I use more e.l.f. skincare products, and it tends to make your skin a little tacky. So I was like, maybe that'll work as a good primer. I don't know. We're about to find out. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, so starting off this storytime video, and I know no one requested it. Like I did a snap on my Snapchat and I didn't get any response to it, but that's fine. I figured, what the heck, I might as well put one up. Before I do that, I just want to address my last video, the one about Kathleen Lights and that whole situation. Yes, I received a thumbs down. I'm sorry for anyone that I may have offended by talking about it and sharing my personal opinion about it, but that's just how I feel about it. And, you know, I'm not gonna go into it again, but at the same time, it's just like I expect people, like, some to get mad, some to be like, oh hey, you know, but I mean, I'm glad that the person just did a thumbs down instead of doing like a hate comment. So, you know, gotta take your blessings where you got them. But anyway, we'll get into the video. So what I'm gonna do is, I always do my eyes first. If you guys have been watching my videos, you guys know I do my face first, then my eyes, and then blush, contour, lips. So, and again, I will put all of the products that I use down below so that we can dedicate the entire video to a story time. Alright, so I can shut up about that. To start off the story time, it's like, I didn't actually, like, I hated makeup for a really long time because my mom, who passed away almost 15 years now, I was just freshly 10 years old at the time, and what happened was, I mean, my mom was a walking medical mystery. No one really knew what was going on, and I'm gonna zoom you guys in just a little bit, so hang on just one second. And you're on a box of lentils. Sorry, that is my hand in the front of the camera. You're sitting on a box of lentils because my tripod's being a so we ain't gonna be using that today. But anyway, back to the story. So my mom would use makeup all the time, and she'd do that even when she was on her way to the emergency room. Like, she was like, no, I gotta do my makeup first. I'm gonna look horrible if I just go in there, and blah 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 blah. And I just learned to resent it because it wasn't important, but she made it important, and it was just like, Mom, you need to go to the friggin' ER. Go to the friggin' ER. Like, it was dumb. And I held makeup as, you know, like the fault for that, and, you know, I know now that it wasn't. it was just, unfortunately, my mother just didn't feel confident within herself to walk out the door as herself with her own beautiful face, and it was sad. And you know, so I spent years just hating it, and you know, and I'm sure that's really surprising now because I have a beauty channel, for crying out loud. But you know, but when I did actually start to accept makeup for what it truly is, I, you know, started trying to do what I can. I did a lot of musical theater in high school. I even went to a performing arts high school for 10th through 12th grade. Unfortunately, I got my own health issues, and I'll go into those in a minute. And I had to finish out the second half of my junior year and all of senior year on independent study, so I didn't get to enjoy any of that. I was injured. I got, you know, went through a lot of crap. So it took a long time for me to get to where I'm at now. And I dealt with a lot of emotional issues as well, not just, you know, from things with my mom, but, you know, I went through some stuff with, you know, just, this may be triggering, so just be aware of that. You know, I went through some not so great sexual experiences that were not of my own volition, so I'll comment that down below if you didn't hear that. I'm just kind of like, I don't really want to say it out loud. But I went through 3 experiences. Luckily I was able to kick the guy's ass the 3rd time round. The 3rd dude that attempted it, I mean. So I'm like, dude, if you ain't getting it now, you ain't getting it ever. Like, I'm gonna kick your ass if you do it again. And he never did that again, and apparently has a scar from where I socked him in the face. Which I take great pride in, by the way. I'm like, hopefully that reminds you not to do that again. So, I mean, I've been through a lot, and, you know, anyway, when I started to do makeup and stuff like that, I was doing it more out of lack of self-confidence rather than, oh geez, I didn't realize I'd be this, like, tense to talk about stuff, so just bear with me. Like, I was horrible. I was using complete neon colors. Like, I didn't know what went where, how to use it. I knew that foundation covered the crap out of my face, so I was like, okay, foundation good. Get rid of them zits, you know, because when you're a teenager, them zits come. And if they don't come for you when you're a teenager, they're gonna get you in your 20s. So, and I didn't take very good care of my skin back then at all. I was just like, okay, like I would only wash my face in the shower. Yes, I know that's disgusting and gross, believe me. Now I'm just like, girl, what the F were you doing? Like, your skin needed some work. Like, I probably should have seen a dermatologist kind of work. It was not okay. Even though my friends were like, you've got like the most porcelain skin, and like, I just want to do your makeup because you're this perfect shade of albino. And I'm just like, so I'm a blue-eyed albino now? Like, what's up with that? They're like, yeah, that's the perfect way to describe what you're dealing with. Excuse my ears, they're a little wider than the rest of me today. And I need to get me some Rose Ivory from Wet n Wild, because even though I love Maybelline's Fit Me foundation, need a little orange on me every once in a while. But anyway, when I started doing makeup and, you know, going through it in high school, I was horrible. Using neon colors, like I said, I didn't know where anything went. I didn't know anything about, you know, how it genuinely worked. And I'm sure that some people were like, girl, you know. And I went through a lot of crap in high school, and you know, I even learned that sometimes doing makeup didn't matter. You know, I was into performing arts high school, and sometimes you had like 2 minutes to get into a costume and then go get mic'd up. And you know, I was that person that I'm like, I'm gonna run down in my skivvies down the hall to get my costume and then run back to the dressing room if I had to. And I would always go, I don't care who's in there. If you're a dude, you better get out of there, because if you don't, you know, you're about to see some bra and underwear. And if you are opposed to that, or opposed to me, get the F out of the room. And I would do that. And, you know, I would literally spend those 2 minutes, and like the last show I was in, I had to wear a friggin' thick prairie dress that always tried to kill me. And sorry, getting my neck here, cause it's wide as hell. So like I was in that, and I'm like a dude that I guess saw me crying or whatever, because like I was doing performances, and I always wished that my mom was in the audience watching me. Like, I know she was from heaven, but like, you get my point. Like, I want to be able to see her in the flesh in the audience, but of course that didn't happen. And I got some stories about guys, you know what, alright? That's a different video. That's probably gonna stay private. But, you know, it was not easy, and I did get better at makeup anyway. You know, but I did go through stuff in high school, and I couldn't tell whether I loved or hated makeup. I couldn't tell if it was why I felt so bad. Because I've gone through depression, I've gone through being, you know, wishing I wasn't here, and attempting to make it that way at least once. But eventually, makeup actually saved my life. And a lot of people might sit there and go, well, that's dramatic. And I'm like, no, you were not there when that crap went down and when that stuff happened. Like, it was not an easy time for me in any way, shape, or form. So anyway, I dealt with that crap for a while, and I ended up having to go to counseling, but makeup was still starting to save my life. But I didn't really get into it until 2 years ago now, maybe. Like, I had no makeup, like, at all 2 years ago, and yet I have it now, you know. So I was really getting into it, so that's when I started watching tutorials on YouTube, and I was like, wow, you know, there's a lot of neat stuff in this. And you know, I'm just like, oh, you know, there's so many techniques and different ways to do things, and how everybody has their own, like, flavor of what they like to do. I just say flavor because I'm like, whatever. I don't mean actually like they tasted stuff. That I don't mean that. But I'm sure you all know that. You know what I meant, right? So you know, anyway, I went through a lot of situations and I was starting to really learn like how to do makeup. I didn't have neon colors anymore. I literally threw out what I did have because it was ages old, and you're not supposed to use that stuff if that's you know, if that's an issue. So my sister did take me out. The first palette I bought was Demi Lovato's Lovatics by Demi Nude Palette, or Natural Palette, however you like to say that, that she teamed up with NYC New York Color for. And I instantly loved it. I have an unopened one, so you guys know that, like, I have the open one, because you guys saw me do makeup in a video with it, but, sorry, I need to bronze up this face a little bit and set it, because I used a dewy foundation when it's freaking hot in here. So, so I went ahead and did that, and I was just like, I needed a creative outlet. For those of you who've been watching my videos, I'm really open about this. I have bipolar disorder, and I have a rare form of it. Like, literally the doctor was like, he's never really seen what I dealt with before, and he's just like, I'm gonna say this because he's like, I'm just gonna diagnose you with that because honestly, girl, you've been going through a lot. Like, I had to go into a ward 3 times. That's another video too. I assure you I'm not crazy. Opinionated, but not crazy. So, I went through that. You know, I turned 22 that year, and I was just like, what the F is going on? Like, I would hallucinate and whatever. But anyway, makeup was like this really creative outlet, and I really, really needed that in my life because I just didn't have what I felt like I needed. You know, I was like, trying to go to school was great when I wasn't hallucinating on the way there. You know, like, I was still driving, but it was not a easy time, basically. And I was just like, oh, this is not gonna work out. You know, I was like, I'm terrified to drive right now. Like, I don't think that's gonna happen. Like, so, yeah, I went through that for a little bit, and, eyeshadow. Need to clean these dang brushes. But, yeah, so that was difficult. And I went through that situation, and I have a friend, shout out to Amanda, you are amazing. You stood by me through thick and thin, even when I was getting really effed up. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is stop this video and then go into the next one because my camera's about to tell me that it's not gonna do the recording. So, hold on one second. So, I'm gonna speed it up here a little bit. She was a part of my life, like, and is still a part of my life, and is like one of the strongest women I know. She's taking care of her mom, who is very ill right now, so if you can say some prayers, send her some good vibes, that would be really awesome. But yeah, she stuck by me, and her mom is like my mom. Like, she's like, call me mom. Okay, I will do that. And she's amazing. And, you know, I didn't really know what to expect when I started makeup and started, like, legit doing it. You know, I was terrified, to be honest, because I was like, is this gonna work out? Like, Am I gonna be any good? Like, if you guys saw my first video, that thing's nearly a freaking hour. And I'm like, for the people who watched that, you're fantastic, because I don't know that I would have watched one that was like an hour long, but you know, you guys did, and I really appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. You know, because you must have really wanted to see what my opinion was. And I've done over 30 videos since that video, and you know, I try to do what I can with what I have. And you know, to have a creative outlet when you have bipolar disorder is so important. And I'll admit, I would love to do this as a living. I can't really afford the classes for it because they want over $1,000 for it where I'm at. So that kind of blows. I know there's an online makeup academy out there. If any of you have tried those, can you let me know how that is? Because if it's worth it, then I might try it out. But obviously that's a lot that has to be researched before I make any final decisions on that. But anyway, I was dealing with that stuff for a while, and makeup just has shown me that I can be creative and artistic about what I like to do. You know, and I've taken constructive criticism pretty well, and then again, I have people who are like, girl, you don't look good. Like, you need to... I've heard people say to me like, girl, you need to stop trying because your face ain't flattering to begin with. And I'm like, what the heck is your problem? Like seriously, what is the issue? And, you know, everybody does have their issue with, you know, if you're not doing it the way they want you to do it, then suddenly you're horrible at it. And I disagree with that 100%. I support people who, you know, really want to get into it and, you know, have their creative outlet, have their moment. And I support other YouTubers, as you guys probably could tell. So I'm like, you know what? If it works out for you, great. If it doesn't, you know, I'm still going to be there for you, cheer you on. And, you know, it's really sad to me when I see people just being flat out mean and rude. And I'm like, that's why I made videos the way that I did. And why I did the Jeffree Star and Tati collab video about that, where I was speaking not only to them, but to the people causing them grief, you know? And I know that at the end of the day, they don't really care what people have to say about what they're doing. And, you know, and they're being very strong with what they do and living their life, and I kind of applaud that. Because they're still supporting each other and other people that are trying to get, you know, into a good place. You know, so just having this channel has given me a lot of confidence to walk out the door and to really enjoy what I'm doing. And, you know, it's been hard because, one, financially I can't afford to get newer makeup that people review. As you guys can tell, like, I buy stuff that people probably reviewed ages ago, and then I post my own review on it. And some people have been like, girl, you're late to the party. Like, what the heck? Why are you saying this now? nothing that you're saying is relevant anymore. Like, nobody wants to hear about that. They already heard about it before. And I'm just kind of like, you know, that's fine that people have heard about it before. That's fine. You haven't heard about it from me, though. So, yeah, I'm going to continue to do it. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to watch it. Like, that's just, you can scroll down. Your thumb works. Like, you don't need to, like, be all down on the video and whatnot. You know, and I really honestly don't care if people do that or not. You know, that's just up to them. Really is. At the end of the day, it's up to them what they decide to do. And I'm just not gonna let that kind of negativity bother me, because I'm doing something that I love and something that's creative for me and something that I would like to develop a career in. And I've come a long way since that first video went up. So, you know, I don't think that I'm going to stop because someone doesn't like it. Like, it's just, if you don't like it, fine. You don't have to watch it. I'm not forcing you to. And by you, I'm talking about the people that genuinely, you know, don't like what I'm doing. Like my subscribers, shout out to Eric Men. He's been awesome. Watching all my videos, commenting really positively. He's awesome. Really. I don't know him in real life, but he's fantastic. If you guys, you know, want someone who's truly positive, go subscribe to him, hit his bell, and let him know that you are there. Please let him know that I sent you. Because, you know, yeah, he's been fantastic. And, you know, it's just, he's been fantastic, very supportive the entire time. And, you know, he doesn't care that I have to post that, you know, post older kind of things because I can't afford, you know, the real, you know, the stuff. Now, I was able to get some of this. This is Lash Paradise, y'all. It's worth the hype. It really is. I love the way it is on my eyes. It is so good. But, you know, I've dealt with a lot, and I've been through the hell, which is why I am so opinionated. I'm just kind of like, I'm not allowing people to try to take me down because of how I feel about something. You know, that's just kind of messed up if people were like that. Like, I've had my fair share of hate and disapproval, and I'm like, okay, you didn't like my video, or you didn't like something I said, well, lucky we live in America and I'm allowed to be able to have whatever opinion that I want, and so are you. It's just, you know, I'm just doing my thing, you guys get to do yours, and if you agree with it, that's okay. If you don't agree with it, that's okay too. But, you know, I enjoy very much what I do. And, you know, the story kind of, I don't want to say it ends there, but it kind of does. But it's just beginning for me to really, you know, own what I'm doing. And if you out there, like, if you're inspired or you really want to do a makeup channel or to, go to school for something that you love, I mean, go for it. You know, the sky's the limit. And even then, it's not really the limit because you're out there doing what you want to do. You know, and I'll support you 100%, at least in good vibes and prayers, you know. So I can't help you out in other ways. I can give you shout outs, girl, or guy. I can give you shout outs because you deserve it. You're going after what you want. And you're building your brand, if you will. You know, and you deserve to have that. You deserve to have your own successes. And it took me a long time to realize that I do too. And that I don't have to wait or get someone's permission to do that. And I'm really blessed because my father has been very supportive of me doing this. And sorry guys, I just like a lot of highlight, especially this one. You know, and if people are trying to take you down, just ignore them. You know, if they've got nothing positive to say to you, then just ignore them. But hold on, I'm gonna do my lips really quick. I love that. We're gonna set our face really fast, okay? So hold on 1 second and then I will continue. It is a mixture of the ColourPop, the Wet n Wild one and some e.l.f. So I just mix it up really fast because I have a little bit of both left in here, so hold up. Okay. Woo! Went a little much. Anyway, you know, if you have something that you want to do, go for it. And like I said, don't let anyone stop you from doing this. I've had people tell me, girl, you're not good at makeup. You're not good at, you know, I'm going to zoom you out a little bit here, so just hang out a second. There we go. So if you have somebody who's being discouraging to you, just walk away. Because they have no right to say that to you. And you deserve to go after your dream, whatever that may be. So just let it happen. And be patient because it does take a long time. Guys, I have a very teeny following right now. And, you know, whether I deserve a bigger one or not doesn't matter. I don't personally feel one way or the other about that, and you deserve to feel better. You know, I deserve to know that that makeup saved my life because I was able to do something creative, and you guys deserve that too. Like, I went through a lot of crap to get where I am right now, and to be able to do what I'm doing right now. And you know, that's kind of where story time doesn't end. It simply is a new beginning when you allow yourself to do what you love and just go for it. And if people don't like it, well, screw them. I mean, I'd say the F word, but I don't want to get that explicit, but just screw them. Do your thing and love who you are. Alright guys, I love you so much. If you guys enjoyed the video and any other video that you've seen, please hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell because it's going to notify you when I post a brand new video. Alright guys, I love you and thank you for watching. Bye.